Good morning.
Good
We
morning.
are here to discuss the benefits of sending your child abroad for schooling. Let me introduce Mr. Anwar Singh Sadhu, second generation Indian born in the UK. He has a law degree and is a qualified and experienced teacher and a governor of a large school at Buckinghamshire. He is also the MD of our company and is visiting India at the moment. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for that kind introduction.
In your opinion, Anwar,
Yeah.
what are the benefits of studying abroad?
I get asked this question a lot, Nina. I think the major, I read a survey recently where 43% of parents in India were considering sending their children abroad. 43% more, is run by the HSBC, the bank. I think what they're recognising is that it broadens the child, the self-esteem that it gives the child, it just equips the child in so many ways that give them a head start in things like language. Although most people in India now speak English, it helps people with colloquialisms, the local cultures of a place. Once you're exposed to a country, you learn so much more about the way people communicate in that country. How people joke, what people find funny, yeah, and so forth. So it tools you that way. It's also very, very useful. I speak to a lot of HR people in some very large organisations, and they give a very strong preference to people who have got a foreign qualification from a school stage. Thirdly is if you're sending your child from, say, a DASME, what you call DASME, we call GCSEs or O levels in my day, then it's increasing the chances from your 12th standard for university admission. It substantially increases chances with the Ivy universities, the high-end universities. So it's helping with the career, it's helping with the language skills, it's helping with the university applications further down, and it's broadening the child to be in a much stronger position than it should be. So I think it's an investment that is very, very worth doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I have two children.
Yeah.
My older one went to an international school, and her transition to university in the UK was absolutely beautiful. There were no glitches on the way.
Okay.
My younger child went to an excellent school in India,
Yeah.
which was CBSE. Now, in the CBSE system, we have rote learning.
Yeah.
So, when he landed up in this university abroad, it was research based.
Yeah.
The first thing all universities these days, they make you sign a plagiarism pledge.
Yeah.
That means that you cannot cheat or steal off Google any information. You have to be put in your original work
Yeah.
based on research for an essay.
Yeah.
Now, children who go through the CBSE or the other systems that we have in India, whichever board it is, Punjab or otherwise, they have a tough time transitioning from rote learning, which they say that you learn by heart and you write it down, to research base. Now, all over the world, it is becoming a research base
Yeah.
institution everywhere.
Yeah.
So my younger child had problems in adjusting to that system, but he eventually managed and did pretty well. So when he came back to India, he got a job with an international finance company. Now
Yeah.
today he's a face of that company when he's dealing with clients from abroad.
This is exactly the point I'm making.
Yes.
It's given him the ability to. They've used the fact that the employer has used the fact that he's had a foreign education, been exposed to a foreign culture, and that research thing also stems into instilling what I was talking about earlier, an independence in the child. It's all part of the broadening process of the
It
child.
broadens your horizons.
Absolutely,
Yes.
beyond belief. I mean,
Yes.
there is no doubt about that.
Yes.
On that side. So it's difficult to quantify it completely, but it just changes the whole outlook of the child. I've got nephews and nieces that have studied abroad and had the benefit of an Indian education and a British education. They are far, far more at an advantage than people that have not. Yeah. So I think it's an investment that we invest in everything else. investing in your children is the biggest investment of all.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and so I think if you can get both cultures, au fait with both cultures, it's going to hold you in very good stead going
No
forward.
doubt.
No doubt.
Now, my question to you is my older one went a little earlier.
Yeah.
My younger one went after class 12. So, what is the right age for a child to actually start schooling abroad?
This is subjective. Yeah. Some people are horrified at the thought of sending a child at 8 years old, yeah, to boarding and so forth. So other people feel that it instills independence at a very early age and so forth. Personally, I quite like one of the institutions we represent, which is in Canada, for example. And people are taking advantage of the fact that you can send your child after your DASMI, your 10th, and they can sit their 12th Barami in Canada, and they end up with something called an OSSD, which is a Canadian 12th, or in our country, UK, A levels. That's the one before university. Now they are in exactly the same position as a Canadian, and that OSSD is recognised worldwide. So you can send your child at 10th for 2 years. Another benefit at the moment, a major benefit, is with the pandemic, they are offering online courses. I was speaking to a friend of mine recently, and his children in Bombay were going online till the end of the year. So you're doing it online here anyway. So why not do it online abroad? And then you'll end up with an OSSD or an A level that you can bring back. Then you've got a 10th grade in India, and you've got a 12th grade from abroad.
Absolutely.
You're totally equipped
Yes.
for anything globally. Yeah,
No doubt.
it's a no-brainer.
No
It's a
doubt.
no-brainer. Yeah.
So, which countries would you recommend?
Again, subjective. Yeah, and it depends on the subject the child is interested in pursuing. UK is traditionally, and America are traditionally recognised for their high standards of education. Places like Canada are very well recognised. It depends what subject. You've got to look at the country for what the subject that you're doing, and what the prospects are within the subject that you are studying. Canada is got a lot of benefits in the sense that if you want to have as an option to settle there later, their PR process is very easy, but settlement in there is very easy. Secondly, the population is very less there for such a large country, so the country is coming up. So that's not a bad economy to be involved in. But this is something I would discuss with the parents. It depends on the aspirations of the child,
Okay.
what subject they want to do.
Yeah.
And not everybody is the same. There's no rule here that fits everybody. Every child is different.
No,
Yeah, and that is something that we need to discuss with the parents and the child to feel what fits him best.
Yeah. So, the other important question is, as a mother, what is the safety for a child who is going at a school level to a country abroad?
This always makes me laugh. I always have this with my. It's not as a mother; it's as a father as well. Fathers worry just as much about their children as mothers do. Right? Yes, of course. As a parent myself, the safety of our children is the most important thing that exists. We safeguarding in all our audits. All schools are audited abroad. Safeguarding is the number one issue. I'm a safeguarding officer in an organisation. So rest assured that it's always at the forefront. In the boarding schools, they're very secure places. Universities or schools that take on children ensure that safety is there. Yeah, up to school level, 100%. So we would put you in contact with the school and so forth. Safety will not be an issue because it's of paramount importance all the way through. Yeah.
Wonderful.
As I'm sure it is in India. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And so forth.
But children's safety is primary everywhere.
Everywhere,
actually.
of course. You would.
So, do you charge a fee, and how would parents contact you?
No, we don't charge a fee. I have a team here in India, and I can be contacted abroad that we can talk to. We like to discuss in detail with parents exactly what would suit the child best. So there is no fee from our side whatsoever. And I have no issue with talking to any parent, even if they're not sure or just want to have a chat, just to discuss it. You can discuss it and dismiss it, yeah, and at least discuss it. There will be an email on this video. Just send an email with your telephone number, and I will get back to you, or one of my team will get back to you, and we will set up a mutually convenient time for us to have a chat, yeah, probably by Zoom or Skype and so forth, and then we can discuss matters further. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you.
So that was very informative. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Anwar
No,
Sadhu.
thank you so much, and I look forward to hearing from the parents. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.